Tonight on Game Night, wow, Candice, Nikki, Lincoln, and myself, Dave, are going to play Vinyl, a game for 1 to 5 players, designed by Eric Alvarado and published by Talon Strikes Games. So if you miss Tower Records or whatever your record store was when you used to shop for records, assuming you're old enough to remember records, come
back.
Join us.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Lincoln.
Will you teach us vinyl?
Indeed, I will. Vinyl is the record collecting game. So as you can probably guess, it's going to be essentially set collecting. All right? We are all eager aficionados, vinyl lovers, and we're going to try to add records to our collection. We're going to try to get high-scoring record collections by the end of the game. The person who most recently bought vinyl, who last bought vinyl?
We've already figured out that's
Candice.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to be the start player. You get the little start player marker. All right? So you're going to start, and on your turn, you are going to take one action. That's all you got to do on your turn. You're going to take your disco meeple, and you're going to put it on the board. Okay?
That's what they're called, disco meeple?
Yeah. So there are 3 spaces on the board where you can buy records, all right? There's this record store, there's this record store, it's separate,
okay.
And then there's the sales bin down here, okay? If you want to go to the record store, you put your disco meeple on this space right here that says, I'm taking that action, and these, by the way, are identical. The actions I'm about to describe are the same for both.
Okay.
It's just, this only involves these 2 columns, and this only involves these 2 columns, okay? In fact, I'm going to go here. All right. When you go to a record store, you can do one of 2 things. This little dashed line here means or, all right? You can, I don't know why they put this one first. For me, that would put that one second, but you can use cards from your hand to put a record and to buy a record and add it to your collection, all right? Cards are up there at the top. Cards are basically the currency and what you're spending in the game. That's the magazine rack. And I guess thematically you're using like magazine article cred. I don't know how that works. All right? But when you buy a card, all cards have up to 4 attributes on them, okay? They all have a genre, and for the first turn of the first game you play, the rules suggest that you put 4 of each genre in its own column so that they're all equally represented, but we could have just shuffled it and done it randomly. Okay. In this case, country, pop, jazz, and rock, all right? They all have a genre. They will all have a decade, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, just those 3. And then they may or may not have these other 2 attributes. This little mint leaf means that this record's in mint condition.
Wow.
And this little sticker here means that this record is a limited edition.
Okay.
Okay? So, to pick up a record, if I go here, I have these 8 records to choose, and all you have to do is pay cards from your hand and match all of the attributes. So, for example, I happen to have pulled, oh look, I have this 70s rock card in my hand. So I can buy the Tin Zephyr's Bold Fortune if I want.
Great.
That's a perfect match.
Yep.
So I will spend that card. It will go up there in the magazine discard pile. I will take this record, and I will add it to one of my 2 collections. Okay? You will only ever have 2 active collections in the game. All right? And during the course of the game, you will retire those collections over here into your retired collections. Okay. I think of it as that like temperature-controlled sub-basement room that you have. And you keep all the really good stuff. All right? But let's say I didn't have everything that matched. You can spend as many cards as you want to buy a record. So let's say, for example, I wanted this smooth jazz from the 70s.
By Lincoln and Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to change your name to Carlanger.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, here's a card that has the symbol and the thing, and you already saw my rock 70s. That has 70s on it. So I'll spend these 2 cards, just ignoring the thing I'm not using, and that will get me this record.
Okay.
And I will buy it, and it will go into one of my collections. Okay? Cool. Those cards will go to the discard pile. When you buy a record from the bin, as you might expect, we're going to fill it in. I'm going to have to show this over here. Look at this. Look at this cool crate. It's just this little record crate with dividers and everything. We're going to take the next record from the crate, and it'll fill in. These will all slide down, and it'll fill in from the top. Okay? And I'll come back to this, but these little record dividers, these are going to be moments where we will stop the game and do some bookkeeping.
Oh,
okay. All right, so that's one of the actions you can do. Another action you can do is you can put an album away on layaway, which is to say, there's a card here that I really want, but I don't have the cards for it, but I don't want someone else to get to it before I do. Like, I really want this 60s jazz mint. So I am going to put this card away on layaway. To do that, I have to spend any card that I want. It doesn't have to match any of the icons, but you'll want to match the icons because it's good.
Okay.
But you take any card you want, and you take that album, and you put it here in your layaway. See where it says max 1?
Yep.
You can only ever have one card there. And you can never put another card there until you take this one out of layaway, which is to say you cannot discard this to make space for another album.
Okay.
All right? Remember how I said you want to use a card that matches if you can, because let's say I use this card to put it away on layaway. Mm-hmm. This card matches one of the icons. So I'm going to tuck this card with the layaway. And now I've partially paid, right? I have put some money away on layaway, or in this case, magazine article for some reason. So now, in order to make this album, I just need to have as many cards, hopefully just one card, that has 60s and mint on it. And on some future turn, I can move that from here over to one of my collections. But until I do, this is stuck here for the rest of the game.
Okay.
This will not count against you at the end of the game if you have a card there. It will just gum you up if you don't get rid of it at some point. Okay? All right. So those are the two spaces that you can buy records at full price. You can buy records from the sales bin at a discount. You pay for the records in the sales bin with one fewer attribute, but this little asterisk is there because you must match the genre. So I have to have a country card to buy this record, but I only need either 70s or
Limited
edition
Okay.
because I can buy it for one fewer attribute. Similarly, I could buy this with any pop card that I had in my hand, regardless of what it had on it, because I can ignore this attribute.
Okay.
All right? And again, it works the same way. That's the only action you can do here. You're going to just take a card, you're going to put it here. When that happens, these all slide down. So this will become the new discount bin card.
Okay.
All right? And we'll draw a new record and it will fill from the top.
Okay.
All right? Okay, so these are the places that you can buy stuff. Obviously, as I said, you're using these magazine cards. So one of the ways you're going to get magazine cards is you're going to go up there to the magazine rack and put me there on the bottom row of the magazine rack action space. So I'm going to take that action. And this works Ticket to Ride style. If I go there, I can either draw two cards one at a time. Mm-hmm. I can draw either of the four face up or blind. If I draw face up, the new one fills in immediately before I do my second draw. Or you can spend your entire action to draw a wild card.
Okay.
Sort of like Ticket to Ride, okay?
Yep.
There are only 4 wild cards in that entire deck,
Oh.
okay? They look like this. This is a wild card,
All
okay?
right.
And they'll be one each of the genres. So there's a rock wild and a pop wild and a, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of two things. It is either rock, its genre, plus any of the other 3 attributes you need it to be. So it could be rock 70s or rock mint or rock limited edition. Mm-hmm. Or you can use it as one of the other 3 genres, in which case it's only that. So if I wanted to use this as pop, it's only pop.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm basically moving that up and using this as it's only got one thing on it, okay? These cards never have more than 2 things on them. So that's how you get more cards. The only other action space that's on the board is the front counter, and I'm going to come back to that, okay? But put me back in one of the record bins, please, Lincoln. All right, let's say I go to the record bin and I buy a record, and now it's Nikki's turn. Nikki wants to buy a record, and she wants to buy it here. Mm-hmm. So she goes to where I am. I'm going to bump up to here, and she's going to take her action. And her action is going to be, she's going to spend minimum 1 card, but she can spend more to take a card and put it on layaway. You can tuck 2 cards behind your layaway, even if that doesn't fulfill it. Or she's going to buy an album outright and place it in her collection. And when she's done with that, I'm going to get this upper action for having been bumped. I can do one of 2 things. The thing I'm most likely to do is this second one, which is I am going to get 1 card, 1 magazine card, from the cards Nikki spent this turn. So if she spends 1 card to buy a record, then that's the card I'm getting. If she spends 3 cards to buy a record, I'm going to choose between the 3 you spent and add it to my hand.
Oh.
If she put a card away on layaway, which is to say there's no cards for me to draw, anytime you can't get spoils from your action, you just draw blind off the top of the deck. So I will always get a card. Or I could take my record in layaway, if I had the cards, and pay the price for what I owe still on that record and move it over to my active collection.
Okay.
That is one of 2 ways you can get a record from your layaway to here. Okay?
Okay.
The bump actions are the same here. The bump actions down here are basically, this is just a spoils action. So Nikki is going to, sorry about your upside down there. Nikki is going to buy a record at a discount, but she still must match the genre. And because I got bumped here, I will get one of the cards she spent to buy that record.
Okay.
All right? I'm going to stay on the board there, by the way. You don't ever get your meeple back unless you are fully bumped off the board. If Lincoln, for example, may I have your meeple, please? If Lincoln, for example, were to go here, he would bump Nikki up, and I would come back to my map.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
But it's important to stay on the board because on my next turn, let's say this is the situation. On my next turn, I am going to move my meeple from where it is to a new space on the board, or the same space on the board. I could just go right here and bump Nikki. Or if, when it came back around to me, no one had bumped me up, I could go, okay, I'm going to go here. And I'm going to buy another record, or put one on layaway. All right?
Okay.
The only exception to that, and that's why this has this no recycle thing, is that's why you leave your meeple on the board. If you start your turn with your meeple in the sales bin, in either position, it doesn't matter, you cannot go back to the sales bin.
Oh.
So if I'm bumped off here, I can go back on my next turn. But if I'm still there when my next turn comes around, I have to go to one of the other 4 areas. Either these 2 stores, or the magazine rack, or the front counter, which I've not explained yet.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, what is it you're trying to do? Well, all records have points. This little yellow number with the circle with the number in it, that's points. And you're going to score points for all the records you collect. It doesn't matter if at the end of the game they're still over here or in your retired collection. Anything that you have except for your layaway, which basically at the end of the game, whatever card you have in the layaway, you can just toss.
Okay.
It doesn't count against you and doesn't count for you. But
Okay.
you're going to score face value for all the records you collect. Okay? And you're potentially going to score bonus points for having specific kinds of collections. All right? There's a pure collection, a mixed, and a double mixed. Okay? A pure collection is pretty simple. A pure collection is a collection that is all of the same genre and one other attribute that matches throughout the entire collection. Okay? So this, if I put this country album here, and then I put this here, I'm now building a pure collection in country that has all the same genre, and I'm matching in this limited edition. So what I want ideally is another country limited edition here that will make this pure collection. Okay?
Gotcha.
However, the rules for, this way, right? Not that it really matters. The rules for placing cards in your active collection are such. There pretty much are no rules. You can put any cards you want here. You don't have to build these things, all right? The only real rule is that you can never have more than 5 cards in an active collection, all right? On your turn, if you want to, you can, at any time during your turn, retire one of your active collections, and you can do it at any time, all right? You think of it sort of like Bonanza.
You're
gonna
harvesting your meat.
You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of these, they go here, and then I can put a new record there. Now, note, I harvested these, and I have a pure collection, but I have 2 records in this pure collection, and these tokens are all for a minimum of 3 or 4 or 5, but a minimum of 3.
Okay.
If I had a third one, when I retired this, I would take this token, which is worth 7 points at the end of the game. I could just turn it over for 7 points. And you'll notice that they all go down underneath. Like this pure 5 goes from 17 to 15. These, I think, just go down by 1. This 25, if you can get it, goes down to 22. It's a lot of points. Obviously, when I tell you how to get these, they're hard. But my point is, you don't have to. I can put this here, and then in my very next one, I can put this here if I want to. And my very next one, I can put this here if I want to. There's no restriction to that. You don't have to, oh, this doesn't match one of these things. Having said that, if for some reason I were in a situation, let's say I had something here that I was building towards that I didn't want to get rid of. If I did buy this, there's no reason to put it here. I have a free archival thing, so I would just retire this and put this here, and I would start a new one. Because maybe I could make it something. But my point is, don't feel like you can't buy anything you want, because all records are collectible. They just don't necessarily get you stuff. Okay.
Has there been discussions on the purchase of the third active collection, and if it's worth it?
I like it. That's a Bonanza joke for those that don't know.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so a pure collection is all the same genre and one matching attribute. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be the decade, it can be the symbols, but as long as it's one.
Okay.
All right. A mixed collection is one in which you match one of the three attributes that is not the genre.
Okay.
So decade or mint or
Collectors.
So for example, here's and here's 50s. That'll go there. That I'm now matching the decade. And I'm doing it one. I'm matching one of these. If this also had a mint or a limited edition on it, I'd be matching two, and that's what a double mixed is.
Okay.
This is mixed is not the same genres. This is but one thing matches. This is not the same genres, but two thing matches. But wait a minute, Dave. There's only
Four genres?
there's only four genres, and how do we build the 5 cards? It's not the same genres in the collection. It's whatever the last record was in your album. So if I'm building a mixed, my next card, must match 50s, or I'm not building a mixed. So let's do it this way. If I have this card in first, then my next card has to match 50s or mint or limited, or two of them if I'm going for double mixed, but it can't match jazz.
Yeah.
It basically has to be not this.
Okay.
So if, this doesn't work, but let's assume for sake of argument that says 50s on it. If this worked, then my next card would either have to have limited edition for a single mixed, or limited edition or again, we're assuming these are the same.
Right, 50s.
And not be country, which is to say it could be jazz again. It just has to not be the last record you put in the collection.
Cool.
Okay? Just not two of the same genre consecutively. Okay? And again, those will get you these tokens when you cash them out. All right, so let's now go to the front counter. The front counter has two possible actions when you go there. That's the other way you can pay for your layaway if you don't get, say, bumped. Oftentimes when you get bumped here, you don't have the cards for your layaway. Or sometimes people will, for whatever reason, not want to buy something where you are, and they won't bump you, and you won't get to pay for your layaway. This is one way you can do it for sure. Or, instead of going there, you can draw 2 cards. These are loyalty cards. I'm going to explain them in a second. But you can draw 2 of these loyalty cards, all right? When you are bumped from that, you get spoils. Spoils is whatever people pay for their layaway, if that's the action that they did, and if they didn't, you draw 1 blind off the top. Okay? Additionally, when you are bumped on the magazine, you can either draw 1 off the top, magazine, or you can draw 2 layaway cards. So, layaway cards are endgame bonuses. And they come in 2 flavors. They come in competing against each other, largest collection, most albums in a single genre, most early decades. All these records have 3 potential little things on the bottom here. Here. So this is an early decade. This is a late decade. Early decade, late decade. And then they also have these little things in the corners. So here's one that gets you 4 points for every pair that you have of those 2 icons. These, I assume, are record labels. And there are 3 different ones of these. So they're going to be in some sort of mixy-matchy. This is 2 for every one of those, 2 for every this, each set, most.
They're called layaway cards?
These are called layaway cards. No, they're called loyalty cards.
Okay, because you said layaway.
I'm sorry, they're called loyalty cards. And all the mosts are here's one that gets you 15 points if you have the most albums that have a little retro on them, and if you are tied for the most, you'll get 9. If you don't have the most, you'll get nothing. All right? We're going to start the game with 2 of these. So you'll always have a hand of 2 of these. But anytime you take the action draw 2 loyalty cards, either here or if you're bumped and you take it there, you'll take 2 off the top, you'll look at all 4 of them, you'll put 2 on the bottom. So you now still have 2. You can keep your original 2 or you can cycle them out for the things that you bought. All right? We're going to do this until the last store closing card comes out. When that comes out, we will finish the round so that everybody has equal turns. We will then get 1 more turn in which everyone can take 1 more action. All right? Usually probably to buy stuff. You can, if you want, on that turn, cash stuff out. But if you don't, after we take that last round, we will then start again from the start player and retire collections to collect these.
Okay.
All right? You might want to do that before that. You might not want to do that because you'll be first. Lincoln might want to do that because he'll be last. But you can pretty much see what people are going for or not going for. All right? Your final score is going to be the sum total of all the records that you have and whatever points you have on here and whatever points you get from your loyalty cards, and the high score wins.
Okay.
And that is the entire game, except now that you sort of know what we're doing, even though you kind of don't, the way this works is you're going to get 3 of these, and you're going to keep 1 and pass the other 2.
Ah, okay.
Before you look at cards, let me give you advice, in quotes. I played this game once. It was a 3-player game, and we missed a complete page of the rules that tell you that when you play with 3 players, you add a 4th non-player character to pull records out and to move the game forward. In our 3-player game, we ended up with about 17 records each in our collections. And at the end of the game, we thought to ourselves, why would you ever get the most something loyalty card? It's crazy impossible to figure out who's got what, all right? And why wouldn't you get the 2 points for the thing? I can get 10 of those for 20 points. Well, the answer, of course, is that what we should have had, I kind of did the math later, is probably more like around 10 albums, maybe 11, all right? Now, I think that means in a 4-player game, this is why I put quotes around the advice, we might only get 9 or 10 or 11 albums. I really don't know. Having the most of something, 6 could be the most in that something. 5 could be the most, or tied for the most in that something, all right? But more importantly, you are likely not going to get 2 5s in these things. There are a lot of these tokens, and don't be fooled by how many there are. At least half of these will still be here when the game is over, maybe more than half.
Okay.
So you can get a 5, you can maybe get a second 5. But if at some point you feel like getting to a 4 or a 5 looks like it might take too many turns or be too hard, don't not think, well, you know what, let me cash this out early and just be done with it.
Okay.
You might be able to get 3 3s, for example, very easily. Okay, so we're going to draft these, all right? Let me also say, because I didn't say in the rules, that everybody's record collection is public. Even though our retired collections are going to go face down here, you are allowed to look through someone's pile. I think it's just simpler if you just want to ask at some point,
Sure.
hey, does anyone have, how many of these do you have? All right, I'm going to keep this one and pass these to you, Nikki. And while I'm doing that, can you hand me the magazine rack, Candice?
Yep. Yeah. Need these or?
No, those are when we start.
Cool.
Although I haven't given you your cards yet, technically I think you're supposed to have these first.
Oh, before we start.
I think so, but
do
it's
I
not
still
going to
pass
matter.
this to Link?
Yep, Lincoln gets the
Okay.
third one, and then we'll discard down to 2. So 5, 5, 5, 5. Nikki and I get 6, and Lincoln gets 7. And that goes in the discard pile.
Cool.
These are the 2 you passed me. Okay, Nikki, here you go. You can have that one.
Okay.
And then figure out the 2 you want from the 3 you have. The one you don't want goes on the bottom of the...
I've asked 2 to you, so I got to decide.
Okay, so the one I don't want?
It goes under here at the bottom of the deck.
Eight,
Thank you. Oh, interesting. All right. Put that at the bottom of the deck.
on the deck.
All right. And away we go.
Alright, so I'm first. Guess I'm gonna get a record.
Yep. Start looking.
I'll just... So I'll come here,
Okay.
and then I will grab this card.
Okay. Spending.
60s mint and,
And
rock.
yep, those go in the discard pile up there.
Okay.
Your
Which
yellow
is-
goes back.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
thank
this
you.
is yours.
Yep, which is confusing since it looks like it's draw.
So I take this,
Yep.
put it in one of my
One of your 2 collections, correct?
active collections, and we
New record comes out, and it's my turn. I'm going to go to the discount bin, and I'm going to spend this card to get this one right here. This is my discount. I am not using the thing. These all slide down,
Oh, it's immediately.
and a new record comes in here. Yep, I just made Jimmy Dallas. One thing cheaper if you want it.
Jimmy Dallas is gonna be one thing cheaper. With the mint. Okay, so I knock you.
You just go here and you
Up.
bump me up. Yep. What are you going to buy?
I'm gonna buy. Oh, I only have to do one, right?
You always must match the genre, and then you
Right.
get a discount of 1. So if you want this one, you'll need country plus 2 of these 3.
Plus 2 of those 3.
Yes, you get a discount of
Alright,
1.
So I got to do 2 cards then.
Okay, which 2 cards?
So I've got 2 mint and limited edition
Okay,
and country.
I will take this because I get one of your cards as my
Right.
spoils. That goes in the discard pile.
And I
You
take
get that.
him,
Goes in
and
the
he
collection.
goes in
These slide
collection.
down, and the game moves on. And here's the new record.
Do I get a new card too? No,
For
I
what?
have to go up
you
there.
have to go up there to get cards or get spoils.
Yeah.
So genre is this.
Yes,
Okay,
genre, decade, mint, limited edition.
right.
It's funny because this here relates to this here, so it's really in 2 places on the card.
It's to let
Yeah.
you know. It's to let. Let me
That's
borrow
when
your
you
card.
splay them?
It's to let you know that when you splay them, oh, this has
Yeah.
that symbol on it.
Right.
I'm going to the bargain
Okay.
sale bin.
He bumps me off. Lincoln goes here. What are you getting?
I will
Put it right there.
take. I mean, a discount doesn't make any difference because it's on the card. I'm going to take that first.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you could take. I guess it's the same one. You could go here instead, but I guess there's no reason to.
Right.
It depends on if you want these.
Right.
Do these have any effect to you versus the ones on that card?
I think this is fine.
Okay. Nikki, here's your spoil.
Okay.
It's the only card he spent. These all slide down. And a new record comes out. I didn't tell you what happened, by the way, when these come out. Let me just do that now.
Okay.
When this comes out, here's what happens. The bottom 4 get wiped, and everything slides down, and all the magazines get wiped. And new ones come in, and then we continue the game. And that is when we need a record and there isn't one.
Okay, so I have to move.
No, you don't. You can stay right where you are and do the same thing again in that same place.
Okay.
The only place you have to move from is here if you start here.
Okay. Okay, let's. I'll come over here
Okie doke.
and I'll grab that 60s pop.
This one right here.
Yep.
Okie doke.
It's like sliced down.
And slide down. New record comes out. Well, I'm gonna go here, and I will buy that country 70s. That goes away. And it goes here. Slide. New record. Nikki, your turn.
Okay.
So you can go anywhere on the board but here because you started here.
Okay. Can I do that one? Yeah, I can. Okay, I'll go. I'm here.
Yeah?
I'm gonna bump green.
Okay.
Up.
Hey.
So are you putting something on layaway or are you buying a record?
I'm gonna buy
Okay.
a record.
Okay.
I will buy this peppers
Yep.
for that,
Yep.
And I get that card.
and you get that card.
Okay, so you're going for, if you do that, you're going for this single mix now. That's the
Okay.
only thing you're available to do if you put that there. Okay?
And I'm going for a single mix right now, right?
You are going for a single mix right now, too. Do you want to move that to your other collection, or are you happy with that?
No.
All right.
I'm good with it.
That comes in. Candice, actually, before this comes in, you get an action. You can pay for a card on layaway, which you don't have. So instead, you get the card Nikki paid
Right,
for.
I took, yeah.
You took it?
I got it already.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are on top of
She
it.
was
Awesome.
ready for it.
Awesome. Candice knows her way around a record store.
I do.
I will come up here.
Okay. Candice, you get your meeple back?
Okay, thank you.
And I will buy this one.
Yep. Nikki, you get that card, or you can pay for layaway, but you don't have one on layaway, so. And we put this out.
Okay. I'm looking for something that's good here.
I'm laughing because I believe at some point I might be swapping out both of my loyalty cards now. I've already gone down the wrong path.
I'm gonna bump
Wow,
here.
there's a lot of excitement here. Yep.
And I'm gonna do
Happened in record store.
Layaway?
I'm gonna do layaway.
Okay, what are you
that
gonna
bottom 60s country.
Okay, so you're using
So I have a
60s country. Great.
yeah,
So that goes in your layaway. The card goes behind it to indicate you paid that much on that record.
Yeah, so now I just
And Lincoln, you can either pay for a card you have in layaway, which you don't, or you get spoils. Because there's no spoils to get from her, you draw blind from the top of the deck.
and a new one comes out.
And
And
a
a new
new
one comes out.
record.
Okie doke. I am going to go down here, and for this microphone, I'm going to take that microphone, ignoring this attribute for attribute ignoring purposes. And these all slide down. And a new record comes out.
Oh, I'm not on the. I was looking for my meatball. Where did I go? I don't want to go. I guess I'm gonna go in that store.
You can always draw cards.
Okay, bump. And so I'm gonna pay those two. Right?
Yep, to get.
For Pop 60s.
I guess I'll take the. Let me have the jazz, please.
Smooth jazz from the
Jazz.
60s. New record comes out.
Coming at you.
All right, we are like 3 or 4 records away from the first, from 25% of the game being over. It'll slow down a little bit once we all start drawing magazine cards.
Okay, I'll take this.
Okay?
I'm gonna spend too many cards to do that one. That's for that. The mint. And that.
Okay?
To take that one.
What do I want? I want the pop.
Okay. I will come down into the sale bin, please.
Okay.
And I'm gonna spend 2 cards to get that 9-point one.
Yeah.
I have 50s and I have jazz.
I get one of
Oh
them.
yeah, what'd you like?
I guess the jazz. That goes in the discard pile.
Can you refuse one of those?
No, I have to take one of the spoils. The only time you draw
Okay.
blind is if there are no spoils to actually take. Well then, this is a very interesting situation. That's pop up there. Look at all this jazz. I don't want any of this jazz. All right, put me up at the top. I'll draw 2 cards.
Off the deck? Or no?
No. Let me have the pop mint, please.
And flip one.
Yep. And no, and I'll draw blind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
End of turn.
Okay. I'm going here and I'm going to do layaway. So does that mean I still bump?
This is not a place you can do layaway. You
I
can
cannot.
only do a layaway from this store or this store. This is the sales bin. All sales are final.
Let me go back. All sales are final.
And immediate.
I might be going to get some cards.
That's what I did.
Oh no, I can do a layaway with that. Yeah. Okay, I will. Do I just stay here then?
Yep.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a layaway.
Wait, are you purple?
I am purple.
Then you bump Lincoln.
So I come down and
Yep.
bump.
Because that's where the action is.
Okay. I'm doing this one,
Okay.
and I am paying half of it with
All
the
right.
mint
Yep. On layaway.
layaway.
All right. And Lincoln, you would get a face card off the top. And these fall down.
Slide down, last one.
Yep. So the next one is going to trigger.
Okay.
It. It's when you need a record and you can't draw one.
Yep, I'm gonna go down to the sales bin.
Yep. What you getting?
Did I get bumped? Or was I?
You did. I just
Okay.
moved you up.
Okay.
You can always tell if you got bumped because
Yeah.
you're in that space.
I'm gonna take that first one. Oh, I only have to pay for one of those.
Yes.
things,
You
don't I?
want this one right here?
Yeah.
The guitar is all you need.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah, don't waste the wild.
I was hoping to
That
get
goes
that
to you.
wild.
You slide down.
I didn't even know there were
Oh,
wilds.
Nikki
hey,
said there were
there's,
4.
there's only 4 in the whole game.
Okay.
So, hey, salesperson action. Here we go. So, we reset the magazine rack. Please wipe all those 4 cards and put 4 new cards out. Okay.
You're just about to get something.
We're going to get rid of these sales bin albums.
Oh.
Goodbye, all of these. Everything slides down.
Refill?
Yep. And then refill everything. So, let's do that one first, just for fun. And this one, and this one. And this
Enzyme
one.
eye of the camera.
and then
These are
this one.
funny.
Yeah, they're really good. All right.
There's a couple Zubas in here.
So we're 25% through the game. And we have like 3 records right now.
Okay.
Right?
Gotcha.
She's got 3, potentially 4. Nikki's got potentially 4. Lincoln's got 4. All right, so maybe you can get 12. Although technically you guys don't have the layaway ones yet. Oh, that's interesting. The point values are.
I think I'm gonna draw cards, please.
This is you?
Yep. So
Okay.
I'm bumping yellow, and I think take this card.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what comes out. I'll take this one too, actually.
All right. I am definitely drawing 2 of these. For my bump action instead of the other way around. And I'm going to keep that one. And... I'll get rid of both of these. There you go. My whole starting hand gone. I will come down to the sales bin, please. And from the sales bin, I want this one. So I will spend that to do that. That card goes to you. This goes here. You slide down. New card coming up. And Nikki.
Okay. I'm going up to the
Get cards.
get
Yep.
Want
cards.
something here.
Yes, I would like
She knows what she
the
wants.
country boot
Country boot.
and the mint.
You want
Or
some?
well, let's see.
Good luck,
Yes,
boot.
the mint, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
And am I allowed to play my card out of layaway from that bump?
Nope. You have 2 options. You can either draw 2 loyalty cards and swap, or you can take 1 blind from the top.
I'll take one blind from the top.
And there you go. Lincoln. There you go.
Buy that one.
Which one, please? Right here. Nice.
It just goes over here because I didn't
Wait,
bump
you,
anybody.
what
Yep.
about the limited edition?
Oh yeah, there's 2. Where'd it
didn't
go?
see.
There's the wild.
Yep. Go ahead.
Cool.
I didn't even see that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
who'd he bump?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Oh, okay.
What? It can happen.
all right.
Rusty
Oh, wait a
springtime.
second. Wait a
I
second.
kind of
Hang
like
on.
getting that card.
Rewinding.
This is the one I was wanting here. I was seeing the same thing. I knew it's the same thing though, but this is the one I wanted.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. Well, the record label's different,
it might be
so
better.
that might matter.
It's
to
the
you.
same. You're paying the same things, right? Rusty
Yes.
springtime still comes out.
It's rusty springtime.
Okay. So I can, when someone bumps me from one of these spaces, I can do my layaway thing if I have the
If
card.
someone bumps you from here,
Okay.
or you can just go there and do it yourself. But yes,
No.
I know you want to try to get bumped. You want to get it on someone else's turn.
Yeah. So I will instead. I'll bump you out of the sale bin, and I'll get the.
Which one do you want?
Let's see. I'm going to buy the card down there. So I.
Lazy Hill Boys.
The Hazy Hill Boys.
Oh, they're
Hazy Hill
hazy.
Boys.
Hazy Hill Boys.
Lazy.
There you go.
I'll take that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lazy.
Slide, slide, slide. Let it slide. All right, and that was my spoils action. So, how about something from the 50s? Hey, saxophone from the 50s. Ha! Can't buy it. That's fantastic. I might put something on layaway then. I will. I'll go. No. Screw it. No, I will. I'm going to take the saxophone card right here. And I'm going to put that here on layaway and do that. And this slides down. This comes in. Done.
Okay. I'm gonna go down here. So I think I can do this one. That something you just said made me worried.
Okay.
All right, so it's a boot and a 50
Yep.
and a mint,
Yep.
right?
And you still need
I
this.
still do need that. Rear.
But you can. Oh, you have layaway.
Yep.
Okay.
You still want to go there.
I will stay up there
And draw 2 more cards.
and draw 2 more cards. So I will get that limited mint thing, the rock and roll one.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, mint.
Yep.
Okay, I was looking for mint. That's
Yeah,
I'm
this
sorry.
limited edition.
Oh,
Limited
limited.
edition.
She said limited mint. She did say them both.
Yeah.
I did. Ooh, look, a country and a limited edition. I'll take that one.
There you go.
Wait, I can't do that.
Is there a hand limit? Is
Yeah,
that what this
10 cards.
10 said
10 cards is the
means?
hand limit. It's here on your thing. I didn't say, but yes.
Okay.
It never was a factor the last time you played
I'm just
this,
going to
but I
stay
should-
here
Yep.
and put this on layaway.
Yep.
One item, right, at minimum.
You don't even have to have one item. You can just spend any card to do it, but you want to spend a card that has the item because
Sure.
you're cashing it in, right? You're helping yourself.
Right.
But if you were seriously in dire need of worrying someone was going to steal a card from you, you could put it on layaway with any card from your hand.
Okay.
And that card would be just discarded.
Okay, I'm down there already, so I'm gonna
Here?
get. Yeah, I'm gonna get.
Can't stay here.
That's the one.
Oh,
Must
that's
move.
Right, son of a gun.
Thank you for allowing me to explain the rule, though.
I
Okay.
think that's the second time we've explained it.
Maybe the third, but it's just fun when it happens.
Okay, if that's how it's gonna be, I'm gonna draw some cards, please.
Okie doke.
Over here.
That bumps Nikki.
And I will draw one blind. Nice. And I will get. Draw the other one blind.
I'm going to draw cards. Wait, did Nikki get her spoils yet?
She did not.
No, what do I do?
I just
You
get
can
a card.
either get 2 loyalty cards or a blind card off the top.
Blind card.
All right. Go ahead and bump me up there. Nikki gets her thing back. And I want rock 50s, please. And I want pop 50s, please. Thank you.
Okay, here I go now. Now I'm set. I will be buying the Perkins Sisters.
The Perkins Sisters.
I got a boot and a limited on that
I got
card.
a boot and a limited sticker.
And I've got the mint on that.
Yep.
And the 50s on that.
All right.
Okay.
Lincoln, you get one of those.
Sure.
Discard the other 2. Okie doke.
That's the one I took.
Yep.
Okay.
Lie down. All right.
It's me.
That's you? Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
All right. Draw 2, I guess. There's no wild card up there, so.
Right.
If you draw the wild blind, by the way, that's just bonus for you, as in Ticket to Ride. A 1.
Bad choice.
A 2. I'll take one off the top, please, Candice.
Okay.
Or Lincoln, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna go down to the sale bin and get that card that I was trying to get before.
You get it this time.
The 60s Jazz Mint, second one in. Yep.
Right here?
Yep.
60.
And I have the Jazz and Mint.
It's Denny's nice. Oh, Denny's is nice.
Thanks.
All right. I honestly can't remember. I don't think you took the card I wanted, so I'm going to come down there as well. Even if you did, I'm going to commit to this action because I need to spend cards. I want this one, right? I need sacks and 50s, so I need 2 of those things. And really? Nah.
Yeah.
You did take the one I wanted.
I did?
No, she did.
Sorry.
I will take this Saxon 50s limited edition. I'm going to have to spend... I'm going to have to spend 3 cards for it. This is going to hurt. But I'm doing it. That, and I need the
Treat yourself.
saxophone, right? You get one of those.
Okay.
I'll put this here.
I'll take probably this one. No, it's the last card, just FYI.
Yep, the next card's going to cause a thing.
Okay. So I'm going to stay here.
Okay?
And I'm going to buy this, the round or whatever it is. So I got the pop and the limited and the 60s right there.
Yep.
I'm going to put that here.
Yep.
I was gonna grab that card.
Okay.
All right.
I didn't bump anybody,
Nope.
so those
Hey,
go.
sales bin. Wipe away the 4 magazine cards. We get rid of these 4 here.
New ones come out.
These all slide down. New records coming in.
Coming in hot. Okay. Now I gotta change my game plan.
Well, I'm gonna stay here. I can, right?
Yeah, totally. Draw 2 cards.
That.
Yep.
What do I need?
Oh, I guess I could do that.
I spent one too many cards for that, right? I didn't have to, whatever. I forgot I got a discount on 1. Don't worry about it.
I think you had one of the things you discounted there. It was saxophone. There were 3 things.
I
You did
spent
2 of
3
them.
cards and I think I matched all 3 of them. Whatever, my bad.
I'm gonna go over yonder, and
Here,
I'll take the 60s card at the bottom.
60s mint.
And I have
Mike.
the microphone mint
Yep.
and 60s. Thank you.
All right, Candice, you're gonna like me.
Yes. It's happening. I'm getting bumped.
You're
The
gonna,
right
you're gonna
time,
pay off
yes.
your loyalty card if you want,
Cool.
because I want this boot.
70s.
Boot from the 70s. Oh,
Okay.
boot from the 70s. Do you want this card?
Uh,
If you do, you don't get to do the loyalty thing.
No, I'm doing this.
I figured as much.
So I'm taking this out of layaway because now I have the limited edition.
Yep.
I spend both of these.
Yep.
I put this here.
Yep. I'm gonna cash this in now.
What is, so explain that.
All right, so I don't have to do this, but once on your turn, you can cash stuff in. This is a pure 3,
Okay.
okay? Because I have genre plus 1 other thing, and I'm getting rid of it, so I'm putting it here in my retired collection.
In the basement.
And then I take this,
Okay.
and that just basically is points for me.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Genre.
I'm
genre.
not gonna go for the pure 4. I'm giving up on it.
Okay. All right. I'm getting cards. So I go up here. And I would like a pop 60s.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'll see what's next.
Jazz 70s.
Eek.
Blind one, maybe.
Or I do a mint. Yeah, blind.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was no good.
I'm gonna go here. Buy this one for.
Wait, I bumped him? Did he get anything?
Oh
from
yeah,
me
you were supposed to
bumping
get a
him?
Yes.
card.
Oh,
You can get.
something off the
You
top.
can take 2 of these and change your
Something
thing,
off
or
the
blind
top,
off the
yeah.
top.
Yep.
Thank you guys for catching that.
Okay. So I'm gonna buy that one for these 2
That
cards. This one here.
Okay.
I went to.
Oh yeah, you pointed to it already. Okay. Holding on, cashing out. I'm not saying do it, but we're getting to that point where, remember, you can only get rid of a collection on your turn. That's a pure 4 right now, right?
Right.
Okay, so Nikki's got a pure 3. So
Right.
she could buy a pure 4 and cash out for a pure 4, but if you want to hang on for the 5, you should. If you
But
think you
I
can
can
get it.
get this potentially, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I am gonna cash out my mixed 5.
Yep, it's this one right here.
Yep.
Yep,
I'll take
there you
that.
go.
Thank you. And then I'll retire these. And then I will, for my next trick, I'm gonna go get myself. I guess I'll just go down to the sale bin,
Sure.
and I'll get the card to the far right. Yeah, I'll just get that one. Spend that.
Okay.
It's me.
I know.
I
I'm
know,
gonna
she's-
Oh, slide.
slide.
Yes,
Yes.
go ahead.
I'm waiting.
Yes.
I don't know if she was thinking.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Might have changed your mind.
One egg is an oof. Okay, I will come also down to the sales bin. Hey, Candice.
Yes.
You can have that if you want,
Yep. Thanks.
or you're going to have that, whether you like it or not. That goes here. Those all slide down, and I will cash that out now as a mixed. And not mess around. And that gets me this. There's that. And Nikki, it's your turn.
Yes, I'm moving down to this record bin. I will be buying that
This one?
50s country thing. So there's
Yeehaw.
a boot and a 50
Yeah.
and a limited.
Yep.
And then that goes here.
Yes, it does. and
Lincoln, do you want one of these?
You didn't bump
No, I
me,
didn't
did you?
bump
bump him.
anybody. I keep
But do you want one?
I would
thinking
love
it's
to. But do you want one?
around. I
They
keep
haven't been
thinking
bumping me
it's
too much.
around.
And I'm not matching you guys. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna come up here and take this.
New card.
And then blind.
Okay. I'm going to grab my guy and come over here.
Okay, right here.
Yep, and I think I'm gonna put this on layaway.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. I'll put this one on layaway
Okay.
with this.
I'm gonna go up here and bump Lincoln. And I would like, please, the Jazz Mint. Thank you. You just point it right to it. And then the Jazz 50s. And Lincoln, you can either draw a card from the deck. Oh, reshuffle.
Yep.
Or you can do this thing. You can swap out 2 cards. Draw 2 new ones. Okie doke. And Nikki.
Yeah, so I'm going up there too.
All right.
Popular space. What would you like?
The cowboy boot with the mint.
Okay.
Oh, and that pop 60s.
And after you flip that up, I'll draw blind.
Okay.
Thank you.
Here. I will buy that 70s
That 70s show album?
guitar.
Yep. Oh, this one. Thank you. I couldn't see it. Candice?
And that's.
And then I'm gonna cash that
Yep. Go ahead. You do everything first before her.
in. Okay. So that's 5 pure, right?
Yep. If it's all the same genre,
Oops, I
right?
think I
And one
wrote it
attribute
on purpose.
matching?
Yep.
Okay. 5 pure. And Candice, can you pay for your layaway?
Yeah, because I can use the wild for the mint, and
Yep.
then the limited edition, and I got the 50s and the pop.
You have 50s and pop. Oh, you can use all your cards if you want
Yeah.
to. Yes?
So I'll just do that.
Okay.
I'll put that there, sure.
Okay. Those get discarded. And this is 3/4 of the way through the game.
So these get wiped.
Yep. These go away.
Kind of a drag that it wipes the.
I like it though. It puts the pressure on you to sort of figure out.
Well, I mean, I'm there and I.
Lots of
you know,
country.
things pop up and.
Hey, I got these backwards for some reason here at the end. Not that it really matters much. You are in theory supposed to see what's coming up. If that matters.
Yeah.
That was Lincoln's turn.
So me, I'm
Yes.
gonna bump everybody else around here.
Yay.
Okay.
So I get
Nikki
to.
gets the bump.
Hang
Oh, I
on.
gotta grab
She draws
cards
first.
first.
What is the deal with all
take
these
this.
50s?
And this. Oh, yeah. I would have flipped that first, and I'm taking it,
Yep.
and then I flip another one.
Yep. That's the discard pile in the end, so let's make sure that we're clear on that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
And I get a
Yep.
blind.
you can draw a blind from the
Yeah,
top, or
that's
you
a-
can do
that's
the
a good idea.
layaway schmangity with the thing.
Oh, I could do the layaway right now.
If you can. Yep.
No, layaway. Sorry,
Oh.
loyalty. My bad. I said the
Loyalty,
wrong
get
thing
2
again.
cards
You can do
and-
the loyalty thing.
Blind.
All right. Well, I am going to come down to the. Oh, I'm here. Come down to the sales bin, and completely waste this wild card for this rock album.
I wanted that too.
I just need it. It doesn't matter what I'm using that wild card for, either the genre or the thing, because I get a discount of one. Hey,
There's another one.
So I'm gonna cash this out.
okay.
And do
It's
I
a-
have to move my meeple first to?
You can do it
the
at any
action?
time on your turn, but it's a pure 3 because
Okay.
you match the genre and you have these stickers.
All right. So pure 3.
Yep. The only other thing out there that would do that is this, and it's expensive.
So that goes here,
Yep.
here, and then I'm gonna just. Am I gonna get that layaway? Yeah, I'm gonna get this layaway out of here.
Okay.
So there's that.
Yep.
I got the boot and the mint and the 70s.
Okay. And that starts there. Oh, wait. So she moved here
Oh,
to
yeah.
do that.
She went to
Yeah.
do it.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, Lincoln.
Tired of you guys. Nobody's bumping me. So
You guys
It's
are gonna
almost-
bump more than me.
It's almost never on purpose. It almost
Yeah.
is always just whatever you want to
Yeah.
do.
Well, I guess I will just stay where I'm at.
Okay.
Buy another for 1 card. Buy that one.
Yep.
And then I will bump you, Dave. And then I'll get the 50s guitar.
Oh, that gives me a 50s guitar. Can I do anything with it is the question? No. In fact, that was actually the card I wanted, not that I was ever going to get it. I'm going to go here and just spend this to buy this.
okay.
And I'm going to put that there.
I will move over here, bump Lincoln up.
Okay.
So I'm in the layaway section. And I will lay that away.
Okay.
Or do I want to do that one? I could do that one.
It doesn't really matter. It just gives you
Why?
more options, but you're still only building a pure. So, but this gives you options. This means you can, if you do this, this means you now need either a boot 70s or a boot mint.
Right.
It gives you options.
Which
but
I
it also
like.
depends on the symbols on it and
And that symbol is better
Okay,
for me.
so that's layaway.
This is a layaway. I will pay. Can I pay 2 cards?
Yep.
Into it? Okay,
Yeah.
so, oops. There's my 70s and my mint.
okay. Lincoln,
And
you get to draw a
Lincoln.
card, or you have nothing. You can spend your layaway. Do you want to do
Yeah,
that?
I don't have it. You guys didn't bump me when I had what I needed for it. And I need a guitar and a limited edition.
Yep.
There.
Yep. Okie doke.
Coming here to bump you again, Dave, and put this on layaway. I'm down there. Thanks. I'm gonna put this on layaway.
Okay, then I will take my saxophone out of retirement. With what do I need? I need 50s. Well, saxophone. I'll just waste that card to get it. And
This one spend too?
that's a mixed 3, maybe, so I'll do that. Oh, saxophone. Microphone 50s. Can't do it. Screw it. Doing it. So, microphone and limited edition. Get me those 2. Because I don't need the 50s here in the discount bin. Those go away. These slide down. And a gaboom.
Okay. I'm going up to there, and I will get the boot 70s. And the, I was hoping a mint would come out.
Might be there.
Yeah. Thank you.
I guess I come here and get to give you something. I'll take that one. And take that one.
Okay. And I'm going over there too.
I got a one from the top.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
here you go. And then I will draw from the top, and then another from the top, and then Lincoln, you can get one. And this is nothing, right?
What do you mean?
This is not like a collection worth scoring, right?
That is a mixed 1 right now, right? You have one attribute that runs through everything, which is the 50s,
50s.
and you have mixed genre.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll cash it in.
Okay?
So that's a 4 then.
Yep.
Thanks. Okay.
Okay. Can't do anything. I need cards.
What would you like?
I need. Is there anything with a rock up there?
Nope.
Then I'll draw a blind from the top. And I will once again draw a blind from the top.
Okay. And I will too.
Link,
Well, that was unfortunate.
Link, you just got bumped. Oh,
No,
you got
no,
bumped
I got
off.
bumped off.
Yep.
I got bumped. So I could look at 2 of these
Yep.
or take the card. I feel like I need to take the card.
I would agree.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the card for
All
now.
right.
Okay.
Nikki.
I am gonna go deal with my layaway. So there's that and that. And I needed,
The Scoville's too
I need
hot
a
to
boot.
handle.
You need just a boot. Yep.
and unfortunately, here we go.
That's fine.
Overpaying.
You never.
All right. So that goes here.
Yep.
Swell jazz
These
group.
go up there.
Oops, I flipped it.
All right, Lincoln.
I will come down here where I'm by myself once again. I will buy that
You're buying good stuff, though.
guitar, 60s.
And you're buying very economically as well.
Yeah.
All right.
Is the last card out?
It will be after you do this. We'll be starting to be in closing time. Let me just remind you what's going to happen. So everyone's going to get, we'll finish the round, then everyone will get one final turn. The sales bin during the last round will not refill.
Okay.
And then after everyone's done, you can cash stuff in and then we'll score points.
All right. Okay. Well, I will not do anything too glamorous, I guess. I think I'm going to do layaway.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't really see what I like out here.
I mean, pay the layaway off.
Pay my
I thought
layaway
you meant put one in a layaway. I
No,
thought, wow.
no. I think I'm going to pay my layaway off
All right.
and hope something.
You'll get one more turn. But there won't be any new albums. These are all the albums you have left for the rest of the game. And there are no more in the record crate.
So I needed the mint.
Okay? Let Nikki choose between those cards when you're done with it.
Wait a second. I think I needed the mint and the 70s. Yeah, because all I had was the guitar.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Give those 3 cards to Nikki.
Oh, the one that
Yep.
came with two.
Which one of those do you want?
That one.
Okie doke.
Thanks. Oh, this card.
Coming down to the sales bin. And even though it's on sale, I'm paying full price for the Zero Experience by Q Circle. And this will slide down, and this will trigger this. So, you're going to get a turn, then you're going to get a turn. Then, we'll all get one more turn. Then, we can all cash out, and then we'll score.
Okay.
But, that goes in the discard pile. You can still cash out on your turn if tempo-wise you think you need to beat someone to something else.
Okay. It's my turn.
Yep.
I will move over here to here.
Okay.
And I'm going to buy this clergyman
Okay.
with a microphone and a 60s.
Yeah.
And a wild and a mint.
Okay.
Or limited edition.
I know what you meant.
Sorry. That's going to go here.
Yep.
I'm going to cash it out right now.
For a pure 4?
For a pure 4.
Okay.
Nice.
Those cards go away.
I'm coming over here. Just staying since.
Okay.
Oh no,
No.
I want this one here. So I
Remember
need
you
to bump
get-
somebody again,
Remember, you get one more turn after this.
and I'm gonna just buy that for what it is.
Okay.
And then I'll cash this out since I missed out on the other one.
It's a mixed 4, or it's a pure
No,
4.
pure 4.
And Nikki she got
Yep,
bumped.
the one card.
Okay.
That's what Lincoln spent. All right, so this is the last round.
I don't think I can do anything.
Can't buy anything down here even for a discount.
No. Unfortunately not.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to swap out your loyalty cards and see if there's something to be done there?
Yes, I
Okay.
wouldn't mind doing that. So
Well,
I
you're-
can do
you're
that from
already
my
there.
spot. So I
Yep.
just grab 2.
Yep. And while you do that and figure it out,
Yeah.
we can just take our turns.
Okay.
That was on it. 70 saxophone. Can I get that? No. Wow.
Oops. No, it's not going to help me.
Yes. I'm going to bump here. There you go, Nikki. I'm going to spend that and that mint saxophone for this. And I will just cash that out for here and put that there. Or I guess I don't have to do that. I can just make a crappy set. I'll just put it there. And that's my turn.
Drop
You get one of
one.
these.
Oh, okay, good. It doesn't matter. Here, that's fine.
All right, Nikki.
Yeah. I don't have much I can do
Any record's worth points.
right now.
Yeah.
Well, I can go to the sale bin, I
You
guess.
can't do that one?
Nope. I have to get.
Can you do this one?
Nope. Yeah, I can do
That's not helpful.
No.
that one, and it's not helpful.
Okay. So buy something then that's whatever the highest value. Like
Okay,
there's
because this is my last turn.
This is your last
Yeah.
turn. There are 7s, or if these little icons help you in any way.
Yep. I don't have enough. Okay. Can I get that one? No, I don't. Oh, wait. Sales bin, well, that's only 4 points, but I don't have to have
Correct.
everything for that.
Correct.
So I might be going to the sales bin. I can't afford anything else. So sales bin it is.
Okay.
I'll do that.
All right.
I'll spend a pop.
Yep. That goes here. These do not slide down for the last round.
Doesn't fill in. Okay, and then I will go over here and I will spend that for the
Yep.
pop 50s
Nice.
and then cash it out since there's no more to do.
Yep. What is that?
It's a tier 3.
Or a mixed
A mixed
three.
three.
Mixed three?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's cool.
Okay. One more thing, Candice. So basically, those go to your archive.
Yep.
These go to my archive. This is a mixed 4, right? And Nikki, those just go to your archive.
There are 2s and 1s, so.
All right. So your final score is going to be the total of your records here, and whatever these are.
The crazy bonus.
Yeah.
Wait, do these count too or
Yeah.
not?
Everything you have counts for you.
Yeah.
You guys weren't buying guitars for the longest time. It was kind of a drag, so you were rarely... Seemed like you were never going where I was at.
My whole hand was boots for the early part of the game.
Yeah, mine was guitars. That was why I focused
Right.
on it. I had like 5 guitars.
Right. Just from cards? What do you
Oh,
got?
100.
100 from cards?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, wait, no. Sorry. That's counting this. 70.
Okay.
And then
We got Nikki's.
66 from cards.
Okay. And then from these tokens, Candice?
16.
Okay. 14, 19,
17.
17. Lincoln?
30.
Woohoo! Okay. And then from your loyalty cards?
I have 10 of a genre. Does anybody have more than 10 of a single genre?
I guarantee you I do not.
7.
Does anyone have more than 10 of a single genre? So 10 rock,
I mean,
10
if it's
pop?
high,
No.
I'm in
No.
good shape, but...
No, I think you did really well.
No, I'm all mixed. But I
Okay.
got 1, 2,
So what do you get for that?
6.
15.
6,
Okay.
7.
And then what's your other word?
For each pair, I think I have 5, so it's going to be 20, which is the max anyway.
For each pair of...
Retro and electric.
You score
So I
5?
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those,
Yeah.
and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the
Nice.
electric.
So
ones.
20, full 20?
Yeah.
Very nice.
And then I got 2 points per late decade, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 14 from that.
Okay.
And then what was everybody's total collection size? Because I have the largest collection one.
I actually got 13.
Okay, so I didn't get that.
I had 12.
10.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't actually do any of this yet, so set from each genre is...
How would you even track that one?
Yeah, I just would have had to ask you guys, how many do you have? You know, at the beginning I was kind of looking.
Right, that's hard. I mean, this one I can't track either.
That's why I
was
tried
no-
to switch them out at some
Yeah.
point, but the other two were like
even
worse.
worse,
Yeah,
yeah.
because they were like the opposite.
Okay, 3
Oh,
of those
actually, I probably could have.
for 15, and then I didn't ever look at these pairs of things. There's 1,
Actually, would have done all right with the M1. Okay.
2,
Well, there. It's all right.
3, 4. So I got 4 pairs of those, so 4 for each, so that's 16. All right.
So you were going for the same things, essentially, sort of.
All right, Nikki.
So 2, 4, 6 for that card.
Okay.
And then 12 for this card.
Okay.
Set.
Okay. Here comes the adding.
Oh, I would have needed the most of these. That's
Okay.
why I went back. Okay.
The scores
How
are...
many did you have? You have a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. More than I realized.
Yeah.
The scores are Nikki, and Candice at 101.
Okay.
I had 112.
Wow.
And Lincoln, with his record prowess, of course, at 135.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you were, I think...
I know, operating on my own, but it's actually not fun. I mean, I like the game.
I understand that you want to be bumped, but
I just want to be involved in the mix. I literally was going everywhere by myself most of the time, or bumping somebody else. You know, and it's fine.
And
obviously,
it works.
The only reason why I won was this, right? Getting this, and it kind of forced me to think about
That's
the
not
guitar.
the only reason. You of all the four of us, you bought the most economically, which was great.
Right.
Yeah.
I overspent a card by mistake at one point, but even without that, we were spending sometimes Nikki and I were spending 3 cards for a thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we weren't necessarily getting the great rewards for those 3 cards, right?
Look at they're 8 points or 9 points. That's great, but that's expensive.
Well, it's not expensive though.
He was in the bargain bin, I think, when I bought him, but the other
is nice.
stuff was not.
Well, it's not expensive if you can finagle that to get you to one of these, right?
Yeah.
I mean, did anyone get any of these? No, right? No one got a double mix. I mean, if you had worked your way to that double mix, Nikki, that's 25 points. I mean,
So
that's a
for
lot
a
of
double
points.
mix, if she had done like
So let's see.
this one, these, no, not that one.
Okay, so
Make me a double mix, Dave.
okay, let me have something that doesn't here. Okay, so here's a double mix, right? Let's do it. Let's do it over here where we can see it. So you have 2 matches,
Yeah.
and the genres are different.
Yeah.
That's the genre difference again, and you have 2 matches. So there's a 3 double mix right there. That's worth 10. Now 10 is not necessarily as good as you could get because you're hamstrung, but
And that's because this was in between, like.
correct. And there's no way of knowing when these
It wouldn't
cards
be a
came
double
out during
mix
the
if
game.
it was
That is correct.
laid out like that.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that's one of the reasons I think
it has to alternate.
has to alternate genres. That's one of the reasons that you often will take a card that's the same and maybe put it in a layaway so that you can maybe bring it out later. But as you found out, and this happened to me too in the other game I played, which is you think, oh, I'm going to go to layaway. And then someone will bump you and you won't have the card to get the free layaway action. And then when you do have the card, no one will bump you.
Yeah, I think I didn't realize I had so many of these cards with the M. I forget what it stands for. But when I came here and got the chance to pick 2 other cards, I should have taken this because I think I would have been able to get 15 more points.
Oh wow, what is it? Most of those?
Yeah, the most of them.
Oh,
and I was
interesting.
like, there's no way, and I didn't.
You were probably one of the only ones really buying them.
I have-
I didn't
had
even
some.
realize I
have 4 of them.
I have 1, 2,
1,
3, 4, 5, 6.
What are you looking at?
Just
M's. Nikki has 3 of them.
Yeah, so I should have swapped out
No, I have
largest
4.
Oh, 4,
collection.
4.
I had 6, so I should have swapped out largest collection for this
What would that have
one.
gotten you?
15 more points.
All
So
right.
it would have so that would have been nice.
116.
Well,
But
so
it
you would have
just-
beat me, basically.
Yeah.
You'd have come in second.
All right, I feel good about that.
Yeah. What do you think, Nikki?
I think I need to play it again.
Yeah.
I think I need a cheat sheet for creating the different
collections.
It's not. You don't really need a cheat sheet. You just got to get it in your head how they work. I think.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
Because I didn't even focus on them because I'm like, how does that? I'm just
Right.
I mean, it was to my benefit to go for the guitars, right? I mean, if I could, and at 10 was a lot. I mean, nobody even came close.
Right.
But I wasn't even paying attention to you guys' mixes because it didn't make any difference. I was literally buying all the guitars for a while.
Right.
I had a fistful of guitars, so I was going for them.
So I was
But
go ahead.
set collection, of course, is
Yeah.
always fun. So I like.
I know
set
you really like
collections,
set
so,
collection games.
Yeah.
I like the theme. I think.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The theme is really
And the
cool.
art is great. I
Yeah.
wished I had paid more attention to the
Yeah,
the albums
and the
are
names.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And they have the full
Yeah.
album cover on the back, right?
They almost look like an album I've seen before.
I'm
but
sure
Yeah.
that they're sort
Yeah,
of going for
they're
that.
like
like
a
Adapt or
little
something.
tweak to them that makes them not really that album.
Right.
It almost reminds me in a less silly way of the game Networks, like how
Oh,
they're
yeah.
like emulating different TV shows and
Networks
kind
is
of
awesome.
spoofing.
Right.
Yeah, I love that game.
It's one of the
That's
few,
cool.
it's one of the few games where I actually I'm not blinded by
The stuff.
the the board. Yeah, you know how we play games like
Sometimes it's
the museum game, for example,
Yeah.
right? Is one of those games. That's the same set collection game, but that board just overwhelms me. It makes it hard to kind of see stuff. And this looks like it's going to be too busy, but it really isn't.
No.
Yeah.
Mostly because everything is very simple once you understand.
Yeah, once you understand
You're going to
it.
do one thing. It's going to be this.
Yeah.
The actions once you do these a couple of times, the iconography becomes very clear to like what you're doing. The hardest part is just trying to wrap your head around
The different mixes.
the mix and the double mix.
Yeah.
And I'd played the game once before you guys, and even I was like, wait, what is that again? It really isn't that hard. It would be nice if that was here.
Right. If they had that on the cheat sheet, that would be really
Yeah.
helpful.
But
What does that say down at the bottom there, Dave?
4 mixed, 10 basic.
So that's the...
That's if you play,
Oh, there's an expansion with a different kind of...
yes. Well, there's a basic game. There's an even more basic game that we didn't play. That doesn't
you
have
said
any.
because what you had is flip this.
Yeah, that doesn't have any.
Oh, is that a more basic
Yeah.
game this side?
Yeah, it's less fun because you're not
Okay.
going for.
Yeah.
I kept looking at it going, what is this?
I'm not going to flip the board over, but the 3-player side, there's just one store. There's still 4 columns, but there's just one store.
So there's definitely going to be more interaction.
Well, there's one fewer player, but yeah, potentially. I mean,
Even with 3 players in the bot just removes cards.
okay, so let's talk about the bot for just a second because I don't feel bad about
No,
this.
the only thing I was gonna
Go ahead.
say was just I like how you can come here and potentially swap up any combination or both of your secret objectives.
Yes.
I think that's really cool.
I almost feel like, I mean, I don't mind the draft at the beginning because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it gives you something to focus on at the beginning. But I almost feel like just give me 2 cards at the beginning.
Yeah.
And if I don't like them, I can find an action to
And
swap them
do
out
that.
later.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway.
here are the rules for vinyl. Okay, rules.
Wow, these seem kind of swingy. Well, no, that I ended up getting 20 for that one
Yeah.
that was the pairs.
Yeah, the pairs is good, right? Because you can do it. Here are the rules. Here are the rules. And then the rules basically end here. And now you have the card description, and now you have, here's an expansion, here's an expansion.
Okay.
Here's another expansion, here's a different expansion. Here's the heavy metal expansion, here's more of the heavy metal expansion, here's the thing, and here's the whatever. Oh, look at this very back page. Here's what you do if you have 2 or 3 players. So this is how we missed it. And I'm not saying that wasn't our mistake, but it never occurred to me to look at the very back.
Right.
Right.
Now-
Especially when it jumped to the expansions and you're like,
Now, I'm sure earlier it probably says somewhere if playing with 2 or 3 players, like jump to page, whatever,
Yeah.
but we just missed it. By
Yeah.
the time we were reading all the rules, we just missed it. But the game comes with a ridiculous number of expansions. It comes with,
Oh, it comes with them already in the...
well, this
No,
version.
they were part of Kickstarter. Yeah.
They were part of a Kickstarter. So there's the British Invasion, and then there's the Masters of Metal, and then there's the Totally Awesome 80s, and all of those, there's the Top Shelf, and all of those come with, so these cards come out for the British expansion, and they allow you, I think, to upgrade albums that you already have. I can't really remember. The Masters of Metal
Masters of the Universe?
has like these little weird metal things, and that gives you like a whole other clearance
Place to go
bin,
to? Oh.
a top shelf, and a clearance bin track,
Oh,
and
wow.
all kinds of exciting stuff. Yeah, there's all kinds of things in here, including those cool little guitar pieces which we
Right.
don't use in our game. Although you could paint them, I suppose, and use them for
Yeah,
player,
awesome.
for player
Lincoln
characters
will
instead of
be
them.
painting
just-
them.
Yeah.
That
So
would
it
be
comes with a
fun.
lot of cool expansions.
Wow, they're all different.
I have not
guitars.
read the rules to all the expansions,
Really?
but you are. I don't think you are adding these. I think you're just taking something. You're like bringing this in and swapping something out
Yeah.
for it. Like you're
Ooh.
swapping out Pop for the British Invasion.
Yes,
Or
we've
something
got
like
a
that.
Flying V, right?
Yeah, it's an Explorer, I think,
It's a
essentially.
Are they all different?
Yes.
Yeah.
they're
Oh,
different.
awesome.
that is so cool.
Got a strat in
It's
there.
like a P base almost.
There's a 2-neck one.
It's a-
Oh, wow.
A Gretsch or something. That's a double neck SG sort of.
acoustic.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
really
it's fantastic. So I'm gonna want to be doing sunbursts and stuff like that.
I will say this though about the
This will
game.
be gold flake.
I understand what you are feeling to a certain extent because there isn't really a lot of player interaction, and what little player interaction, other than just racing someone for
Yeah.
something, there's that. There's definitely like, I want to cash this out before someone cashes it out. But
Well, it's funny. I mean, when I was going for the 5,
Yeah.
nobody was even close.
right,
Yeah.
I didn't feel that pressure there.
right.
you
Well,
know.
again, you were on this path. I mean, exactly what you sort of was hoped was happen ended up working fantastically to your benefit, because even though we were bumping each other, we were also kind of fighting each other for the same
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah, it was weird. I think the game's really neat. I want for sure to have interaction. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually kind of want the adversity. I wanted to see. I mean, I got to do. For some reason, I got to draw a card.
Well, the expansions might
occasionally.
have that. I've
Right.
not read the rules to any of the expansions. It
So
could
I
be.
did get to draw cards. It wasn't like I was doing nothing.
Right.
But like once I was in the situation to do the kinds of things here, I never had anybody bump me to do the one time.
Yeah.
Like nobody bumped me when I had what I could do to do the layaway. So I ended up having to go over here and because it ended up I bought another card obviously in its place. So it didn't hurt me at all. But it was just it's. You definitely want to mix it. I don't know. I like that kind of stuff, right? It felt very solitaire for me.
Well, for a game that looks really great and has kind of a cool theme, you're not wrong in that it is a little dry. Not necessarily in a bad way, but it's not this rollicking fun set collecting game.
I was watching you
What's
guys.
What's the rollicking fun set collecting
Oh,
game?
I don't know.
Cat lady.
Bonanza? Would you call Bonanza set
Yeah.
collecting? I mean, it's
Sure.
more of a trading game, but
I really
Yeah.
like Bonanza. I like some of the borrowed elements here too.
I like
Yeah.
this.
I think
Yeah.
you could just even like if you cut out these and just had us fighting over these 6 different categories, that would
well, no one
make
went
it
for
a
them
little,
anyway,
I
right?
know.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
like
you
there are a
could
lot of options, and like even I could see getting rid of this as an action and just have these being like a bump action to be able to do that.
Yeah, but if you don't have, this is the only place to do the layaway if somebody doesn't bump you.
Right. You
Right.
have to have it.
And
Yeah.
I believe me, I wanted it real bad, but it never came, right?
Yeah.
I
And
think
I had the opportunity to pay for it twice in my hand.
Some of it is card dependent, some of it is records. In the 3-player game that we played, we all got at least one double mix.
Oh wow.
But remember, we also had too many records.
Oh, yeah.
But I
Yeah.
mean, we all focused on this
Well, how many-
immediately.
What did we determine? I had 12 and you had 12.
12 was the
13.
most.
2, 4, 6.
I thought,
No, did I have 13?
I think you had 13.
Okay.
I have 11.
Oh no, then we both had 12. I think you and I had
9,
the
10,
same.
11. I only had 12. Yeah, so,
I had 11.
right.
Yeah.
So 12, and one of the reasons, well, you actually, again, because you paid economically, I had decided, and of course I had abandoned it midway through, I decided this game that I was going to not get any of these.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just going to buy from the bargain bin and see if the points on the cards and the loyalty card points were enough to win me the game. But the problem was I just couldn't get there enough.
Yeah.
And then when I could get there, I actually didn't have cards to buy discounted stuff from the bottom sometimes. It was pretty terrible.
Did you have to? You have to leave that though, right? So you'd have to.
Well, my plan started out great because I went here, Nikki bumped me, and then either you or Candice bumped them, so I was off the board, and my very next move I could go back to the sales bin.
Yeah.
But the problem, of course, is you guys aren't going to keep doing that.
Right.
The salesman is very attractive because it's cheaper, but it's only attractive if it's got what you're
I
building
mean,
to
Nikki
it.
Yeah.
had some really valuable records. I did not have. I think the biggest one I had was 7.
Right.
But I wasn't even paying attention to that. I was really just paying attention to the categories. The
I would
genres
agree.
It worked
and
out.
Yeah.
I would agree. I don't think focusing on the record points is what you should be doing anyway, except maybe near the last 2 turns of the game.
Sure.
When
It would just be a nice bump of
where
points.
nothing you buy is going to help. But even then,
But those are expensive, right? Like the 9s were like 4 cards, right, or something like that.
Right.
5, not 4 cards, but 4.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
you still have to
I
have
only
them.
had 1 of those.
And that 9 might not be
2
as many
nines.
points as buying a card that has like one of these symbols on it that you need.
Sure, if
Yeah.
it would bump that up. Yeah, I'm. This is impressive for sure. It's an interesting game and quite a production. And I love that all of the art is different. It's a lot of really good stuff.
Well,
I believe
imagine
there's-
these are all the same. I assume, right? These are going to be all fake British
Different, yeah.
albums. These are going to be all fake metal
Sure.
albums.
Yeah. Which is cool.
It's exciting, right?
Yeah.
Well, cool, Dave. Thanks for teaching us.
Thank you, Lincoln, and thank you for watching Game Night. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to Board Game Geek, or even liked us for that matter, just consider it, won't you? And if you do subscribe, hit that notification bell, and then when we update or add new stuff, you'll get a notification.
A
All right,
notification.
rock on.